Okay, so hello guys. So we are doing the next problem from the blind 75. Okay, that is maximum product subarray. Okay, so in this problem we have we will given an integer array and we have to simply find a subarray that has the largest product and return the product. Okay, so simply it is like same as the maximum subarray that is uploaded on the on our channel. Okay, so basically we are going to use only cadence algorithm here. Okay, so the question says that we have given an array. Okay, and in that problem, the previous problem, we have to simply return the maximum sum. Okay, of the subarray. Here we have to return the maximum product of the subarray. Okay, so in here the difference come, that is here the negative sign will simply change the whole product to a minimum. Okay, and again next negative sign will simply change to the maximum. So that's the main thing, key concept here. Okay, so what we have to do, we have given an array and here you can say that 2 and 3 are the sub array and the largest product is 6. Okay, let's just explain, let's just understand the question little bit more. Okay, so here a sub array is a contiguous or non I have written the definition of sub array. Those who don't know what is sub array, a sub array is a contiguous non-empty sequence of elements within an array. Basically, like if we say in Hindi, that is lagatar. Okay, so in just like I have taken this example 2 3 minus 2 4. Let's see what are sub arrays. Okay, just I will explain you in little bit. Let's just understand what is sub array. Those who don't know, like contiguous means just one after one another, like 2 comma 3. Okay, it is a sub array. Okay, and 2 comma 3 comma minus 2, it can be a sub array. Okay, and simply 2 comma 3 comma, or simply you can say 3 minus 2 comma 4. Okay, so this is also a sub array. You can simply form many sub arrays from here. Okay, so simply you got what is sub array. Sub array is contiguous non-empty sequence. Okay, the value should not be empty. Okay, so this is a sub array. Okay, so simply we have to return the maximum product of this sub array. So from this, the maximum product is simply, we can say it is 2 3 6. Okay, 2 3 6, that is output of this would be simply 6. Okay, so because it is the maximum, if we choose any other sub array, then it will simply be it will not form. Okay, contiguous. Okay, we have to simply choose contiguous. Okay, so 2 and 4 can't be there. Okay, contiguous means after 2 it should be only 3, and after 3 it should be only minus 2, and after 2 minus 2 it should be 4. So these are the contiguous. Okay, so this is a sub array. Okay, so that's why so let's just move on the approaches. Okay, just don't waste the time. So okay, let's just first do the brute force. So what will the brute force of this whole approach? Okay, so just think, what would the brute force? Simply in brute force we could simply take let's just first take the example. Okay, let's just take this as example and then simply apply the brute force here. Okay, so first approach is brute force. So simply what we can do is we can simply take a 2 pointers. Okay, that is I here. Okay, and j also here. Okay, j could be here only. Okay, let's just write j here, j. Okay, so let's just take it, I and j both. Okay, so simply what we will do is for every i we will form a sub array with j, and we will simply multiply it, and we will simply return the maximum product of it. So simply what we will do is we can simply take if I write the pseudo code, simply what we will do is, and then I will dry run. Okay, for int I equals to 0, basically I can simply write a I2 n minus 1. Okay, here's the first loop, and then simply for second loop I can write for j2 n minus 1. Okay, so and we can simply take a variable that is, if I write here that is simply product. Okay, so first we will simply take product as 1. Okay, so why 1? Because if we take at 0, simply it will make all the product as 0. So simply we have to take 1, and then what we will do, we will simply update the product equals to product into nums of, or we can say array of j. Okay, so it will simply update, and we will simply update the last value, that is maximum product equals to max of max product with product. Okay, so simply it will form this two loops will form the maximum product, and we could simply return, let's just make it. Okay, so simply we can simply return the last return max product. Okay, so what we'll do, we will return this. Okay, so this is the whole pseudo code for the brute force. How this will work, let's just see. For first the I would be and j would be at the same place, and then for every basically value, product equals to product into array of j. Simply it will calculate. So if we first iteration, it will simply product will be 2. Okay, then for then what we will do, we will simply move j. Okay, for whole j, then the product would be simply into 3 equals to 6. Okay, and then simply we will move again j, then it will simply into -2, then simply it will, 12 -12. Okay, and simply it will move this j again, and then this -12 into 4, then it will simply give -48. Okay, and basically what we'll do, we will simply every time we will find maximum product. So for first maximum product will be 2, then it will simply 6, and at last all the values are minus, then maximum product will be 6, and then we will move further I, and then simply it will check for every possibility. Then simply after this I will move here, and then j would start from here to here, and it will simply check update the maximum product, and after it it will return maximum product. So you got the thing how the brute force is working. So if I write the time complexity, okay, so simply it has 2 loops, then simply the time complexity will be big of n square. Okay, and the space complexity is big of 1. Okay, because we are not using any extra space. So we can simply use so the time complexity of big of n square is too much. Okay, we can simply reduce it to big of n with using cadence approach. Okay, so let's just move to approach number 2. Okay, approach 2. Okay, so in this is basically like a cadence variant. Okay, I can write the for cadence algorithm. You can simply see our video of cadence, basically maximum subarray sum. Okay, so it is a cadence variant. Okay, so let's see how this approach works. Okay, so let's just take the example from here. Okay, so let's just copy it and then paste it here. Okay, so let's just take this example, and let's see how this approach will work. So simply what we will do is we will take 2 variables. Okay, so we will take 2 variables, that is maximum product. Okay, maximum product and minimum product. So why we are doing we are calculating minimum product also? Basically maximum product will always take maximum value product. Okay, that is basically positive. Minimum product will basically take care of the minus. Okay, take out the minus, that is basically if we multiply with minus, the product will be simply become minus, then simply it will take care of the minus value. Okay, let's see how this whole thing work. Okay, if I write the pseudo code for this, let's just write for okay I 2 and -1. For first what we will do, we will take minimum product and maximum product both as the first basically this 2. Okay, for first array of 0, okay, and minimum product also equals to array of 0, and the total also, okay, that is basically maximum whole the answer that has to be return, or total sum, okay, total basically product, okay. So it is also array of 0. So what we'll do, we will simply start I equals to 1, okay, because 0 is we have taken, okay, simply I equal to 1 to n minus 1, okay. So simply what we'll do, whenever we encounter the minus value, okay, whenever we encounter the minus value, we will first swap it, okay. We will, if array of I, that is smaller than 0, then what we will do, we will swap the value of basically this. If I copy this, let's just copy it and paste it, okay. So we will swap these values. So what will happen, let's I will dry run, okay, you will get it why we are doing all this thing. Then again, after this condition, we will simply calculate the max product, and it will simply max of array of I, and basically array of I into max product, okay. And for minimum product, this it will be same. Let's just copy it and paste here, just move here and just update the value with minimum, and here also minimum, and here also minimum, okay. So it will simply check minimum, and for every time we will also calculate the result or total value, okay. Total would be simply max of total and basically max product, okay. Max product will be larger, okay. So that's how we are taking, and at last we can simply return total, okay. So just let's try run this, okay. So let's just try run this, and we will see how this basically whole thing is working. Let's make a table of all the, okay. Let's just make a table, okay, that we have to return. Let's just take this example, okay. Let's just copy it and paste here, okay, and we can simply write here also. We will write, so first 0 index it will be n, then 1, then simply it will be 2, and it would be 3, okay. So elements would be, first element is 2, okay, and this next element is 3, and the next element is minus 2, and next element is 4, okay. So let's check the pseudocode, okay. So what we are doing, we were simply so for first element, that is 2, what we'll do, this array of I is not smaller than 0, we don't have to this go in this if condition. Simply we will calculate max product. What is max product? Array of I, that is 2, into array of I into my max product. So for first element, that is basically we have taken this for first element, max product, minimum product, and total, all three are basically array of 0, that is max product would also be 2, and minimum product also be 2, and result would be also be 2, okay. Then the iteration start from next, okay. So when the index is 1, okay, so when we go in this loop, okay, so what will do, it will check array of I is smaller than 0. No, array of I is basically not smaller, this is 3, okay. So simply it will not swap the value, it will not go in the if condition. Then it will simply check max, it will calculate the max product. So simply what it will do, it will simply calculate the max product, and what is the max product? Array of I, comma, array of I into my max product. Array of I is 3, and the 3 into my max product was 2. So simply it will, let's just write here, okay. So 3, comma, what will the max product? 6, okay. So it will simply choose the maximum value is 6, okay. So for minimum product, let's just write, okay. equals to 3. Okay, so minimum would be simply 3. Okay, then in total, what will be the total? Total is the maximum of total and the max product. So the total was 2 and the max product is 6, so the maximum is 6. Total would be simply 6. Then third iteration, we can simply, let's just solve here. Okay, for third iteration. Okay, so what we will do, we will simply first calculate the max product for third iteration. What would be simply max? We have basically what, at the value is -2 and the value here it is written, if error phi is smaller than 0, we have to simply swap the values. Let's just swap the value. Okay, so the maximum product was 6 and the minimum product was 3, then the value, new value would be 3 maximum product and the minimum product will be simply 6. Okay, we have solved the value. Then what we'll do, we have to calculate the max product. So the max product, new max product will be simply, what will the max product? Maximum of what? Array of I, that is -2 and -2 into the previous maximum product, that is 3. Okay, so the it will simply give -2. Okay, then we will calculate the minimum product and it will simply give minimum of -2 comma -2 into 6, that is, it will simply give -12 as answer, and we can simply write here -2 and here we can simply write -12 as the next value. And what will the result? It will simply same, that is 6. Okay, then we will go on next, that is fourth element. Okay, so the our maximum product is -2 and -12 till here. Then for next, what the value is larger than basically 0, basically then this if condition will not work, then it will simply calculate the max product, that is array of I, that is 4 comma 4 into -2, that is 8. So -8 and -4, basically -8 and 4, what is greater? It is simply 4 is greater, so the value would be 4. Okay, and here 4 and -12 into 4, -48. So the value is simply -48, more smaller, than the value would be here -48. And the same here, the value would be 6, same, because it will simply calculate for the max product. So the total is greater than the max product, so simply the maximum would be total. At last the total will be returned and the answer would be simply 6. So you got the thing. That's how this whole approach will work. Okay, so I will just provide you the code also and we will see how the code works in lead code. So this is the lead code. Okay, let's just code here. Okay, so first what we have taken, we will simply take max product, three variables. Okay, max product equals to nums of what? 0. Okay, so simply minimum product same, that is nums of 0, and same the total value, that is equals to nums of 0. Okay, so it will simply give 3, and then what we will do, we will simply loop it. Okay, for int I equals to 1 to n-1, I less than n, basically not n, and nums dot size, and we can simply say I plus plus. Okay, so it will simply form the loop, and what we have to do, if the nums of I smaller than 0, then we will simply swap the values. Okay, swap what? Minimum product and maximum product. Just swap the values so that minus, basically this negative product can be shifted. Okay, and then we will simply calculate the max product that we have written. Okay, code. Okay, max of what? Max product, sorry, nums of I and nums of I multiply max product, the previous max product. Okay, we have seen this whole. Let's just copy it for the minimum product also. Okay, let's just update. Okay, let's just update here also. Okay, so it will simply from the minimum product, and then for every time we will simply calculate the total equals to total equals to max of what? This total and max product. Okay, so this is the code. At last we will return total. Okay, so let's just run it. Okay, so yeah, it's running fine and we can submit it. Okay, so you can see